home at last. You can see in the background part of my home, and I'm so glad to be here. It's just nice to be home at last. Anyway, we're ready to start Module 5, and I know that Module 4 was quite a challenge maybe for some of you to get all of that done, but at least I gave you the 2 weeks to get it done. And 5 is going to be sit back and relax, take it easy, because it's just the 4 simple tasks, the pre and the post, the looking at the demographics, there's a couple things in there, and your case studies, and that will be done. I think the case studies are in there. I had to go back and look at my menu, so to speak. Anyway, this module is about class. And it used to have 3 topics in it: class, age, and gender. All used to be together in one, and I thought it would be easier just to divide them and put them all into one, make them down and very simple to do, which they are, I think. I think you'll get through these. I probably will post it, and some of you will have it done with 1 or 2 days. Anyway, it's much easier than what you've been working with. Um, the first of these 3 is, of course, class. What do you know about class? And I hope that you are taking the time to write that definition, and please don't look it up. From your, just from where you are, what do you think of, and how would you define class? Because that's, of course, our first topic. Use the prior knowledge Dropbox to reflect on what you know about this topic already. And it's okay not to know about a topic. That is, where some of your students will be coming from when you check their prior knowledge. And then you need to build the foundation. And that's what we'll be doing within this. For the first time, I'm not requiring you to respond to others in the prior knowledge area, unless you want to. That's completely up to you. But you will need to respond in the discussion session and with the case studies. And so I cut down your work a little bit. I cut down my work a little bit as well. Also remember that I have 2 dates on there. The final date is always that Sunday at midnight, and that's when it all has to be in. Now, whether or not you choose to follow the pacing guide, that's up to you. And I'm just mentioning that again because I've had some people say, I missed the date. And no, if you miss that date, you're not late. It is not late. You will not be penalized unless you miss that Sunday date. Then you'll probably have a penalty on it. Our prior knowledge, again, is the first assignment, and get that done as quickly as possible before you have any prior knowledge or get any knowledge on what we mean by class. Then be sure to read the online information, because embedded into them are the internet links to a couple things that you're going to use for the discussion area. And there may be, nope, I guess not. I was going to say there may be a couple extra videos in there, but this time I don't think there are any videos in there either. But there are some links to looking at some demographic information. And one of your classmates supplied me with a link to the schools and counties and the schools in the state of Florida. So if you want to check out diversity of some of those schools that you're going to be observing in, feel free to do it. Just read it and think through it. Actually, the only thing you're going to need to ask for at that particular time would be the ethnicity of all of the students in the schools, and then you'll get a picture and you'll see just what exactly the schools have in them. And you can do it by grade level too if you want to check out, even a grade level where you're doing some of your observing. The demographic information, where you're going to explore some of that, is your second assignment. And then you get to the case studies. And again, they are coming from the case studies on class. And it's actually chapter 5 in your textbook. And you've got case 15, a new student and a lesson for a teacher. Probably will be one of the more popular ones. But I hope someone does gangs and victims of violence, writing as therapy. Or maybe how should I grade Danielle? That's always been a controversial one. And 18, rewarding respectful behavior. So you got some good topics to think about. And again, you'll respond to other people even if you haven't read the case that they may have done. Then you have your final discussion and your reflection on what you've learned and how you will apply what you've learned to your life as a teacher. Because that's what we really need to be thinking about now about all of these things. How is that going to affect me as a teacher? Um, if you haven't signed up for the Culture Project, please do because that was due or is due this coming Sunday night. So I hope that you have been able to get in and get it done. And I apologize to those that I made an error while the computer was down and while I was frustrated and didn't know I did not record some of those choices. So I apologize to them and I hope we've worked out some well, we haven't worked out compensation, of course, but we've worked out a solution to the problem. And I really apologize. I'm not necessarily that uh, lax in doing my job. Observations, I hope you're coming along. You've had quite a lot of time. They will be due at the end of the next month on a Sunday night. I don't think it's the last Sunday in the month, but it's getting at that point in time where you're going to be doing that. And you will have that week to put all your work together. I know some people already have most of them done, which I will congratulate you for getting out there and getting it done like that. Um, I'll probably open the Dropbox for the observation number one sometime during that week that you have where you won't have another lesson that you're working on. I guess that about does it. The next module will open next Saturday, and that one, I don't know the title on it, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. But it'll be another short one like this one. So good luck, enjoy, and have a great week.